I've shown you what the pubic bone is on here. Okay. This is another bone that you need to know the left and the right of. Obviously, this is your hip. This is that part of your hip that you can feel right here. Guys, if you ever get a hip pointer, that's when the muscle is pushed up against this ilium, the crest of the ilium, and it really traps that muscle and hurts it really bad. That's called a hip pointer, you know, when the helmet hits right on the hip. Okay, so this has to be pointing up, and these bones right here have to be pointing down. Okay, so these are called the tuberosities. Okay, that's another name. This is like the butt bones, the ischial tuberosity. If you ever had a 5-year-old or a 6-year-old, anybody had a 5-year-old, 6-year-old, anybody? Okay, remember when you used to read them and they'd sit on your lap? Yeah, these are the bones that dug into your leg, and like within like 6 minutes you had to put them over on the other leg, and then that one dug, and they can't sit still. They're just jamming that bone into the thing. So that's when you say, okay, let's go lay in bed and read stupid Arthur books. I know every one of those stories by name. I used to make crap up, and then my 5-year-old, he's starting to fall asleep. He goes, no, that's not how it goes. No, seriously, Arthur just died. He had cancer. It's you know, no cure. It's 4th stage renal failure. He's like, he's going to the hospital. See, this is where, no, he's going to die, so we don't get to tell any more Arthur stories.
Awful.
I know. I used to leave his closet door cracked open too. He said, if you want to get up and close that might save you tonight. Remember, don't let any arms or legs over your bed because they'll get cut off. Your blanket will save you. Monsters can't get through the blanket. As long as you stay under that blanket and stay in that bed, you're cool. Kids never got out of bed after I left. You gonna try that one? It works. Oh yeah, it does. Especially if you hide in the closet every once in a while. I used to do that all the time. My oldest son, he was like, I think he was like 15, and I got underneath his bed and I pushed it over and put all the pillows over to the right there. And he laid down, the light went off, and he's like fluffing his pillow, and I can just feel him laying. And then from the side of the wall, I stuck my hand out like this and grabbed his neck, and you've never seen someone fly as fast as he did. And he said every curse word in the world. And I said, where'd you get that mouth from? I said, Susan, see what you've done with these boys? Because she does the same thing when I scare her. But I'm not allowed to scare her anymore because she told me she would divorce me if I scare her one more time. I went through an elaborate scheme, and it almost put her in the hospital in terms of fear. You know, and I forgot about it. But I got to tell you now, and it'll help rest your mind. We had this little mythical creature. My mom used to do ceramics, and her and my aunt, for some reason, fired this mythical creature called a foo dog. It had the head of a lion and the body of like, I don't know, a reptile or something. It looked hideous, okay? So we had it underneath our end table, and I would tell her, like, what would you do if you're sitting here and all of a sudden you saw that food dog move? And she goes, stop it. You know, because every once in a while, when she wasn't looking, I would move the food dog so he was looking out. And she would come into the living room and see it. She was, Craig! You know, I said, all right. So anyway, I knew I was going to be working a night shift one time, and I knew it was going to thunder and stuff. So I got the food dog and I put it up in our picture window in our bedroom behind the curtains, so that when the lightning came, you would see the shadow of the food dog. Well, for some reason, it didn't lightning that night. And I forgot all about it. I mean, weeks went by, and I don't understand why we never opened our curtains. We just didn't, because we get up early in the morning and we don't come back till late in the afternoon, and so no need to really open up those curtains. Well, I had another night shift that night, and when I got home, she was really upset. And she goes, did you put that food dog in the window? And I said, yeah, but like 3 weeks ago. She goes, well, it was thundering, and I went up, and I thought I heard something in the window, and I opened it up, and there's that food dog. And so I took all my courage just to take that food dog and put it downstairs, and I ran back up into our bedroom, and I closed the door, and then I heard something crash downstairs, and there's nothing in the house that should have made that noise. I said, take that food dog out right now, put him in the garbage, and break him. Okay? So I had to take the food dog out, break it with a hammer, but now my mind is going. My aunt has one. I said, if this food dog, and she told me, if you ever scare me again, I will divorce you. Because I was always scaring her whenever I had a chance to. That's why she was happy when we had the kids, because I turned all that energy and focus on them, and it left her alone. So it actually seemed to work okay. But anyway, getting back to this.